Hello, everyone. It's Michael Hammond from St. Martin de Porres Church. I know these are difficult times for all of us. It's new territory for me. It's new territory for between Father Titus and Deacon Paula about what we can do to reach out. So here's our attempt to reach out using technology. And I have Father Titus here with me, and I wanted to ask him a couple questions from a religious point of view because I think we're all in need of a little bit of hope and inspiration right now. So, Father, thank you for doing this. I wanted to ask you.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, what would your message to the parishioners of St. Martin de Porres and just the faithful in Ottawa be at this time?
The short message I would like to let our parishioners know and hear directly from me is to have hope, not to be afraid, to trust God, that God is with us. It is a time when we have an introspect of our relationship with God. So God is calling us back, especially this time that is Lenten observance. God is saying something to each and every one of us. And another thing I would like to let them know is that we are there for them. God is there. Our parishioners are there. We are planning an outreach so that we have ourselves connected once again, that this trying moment will not separate us from one another. Rather, it will be a time for us to unite, both in faith and in love. So that is my message.
Father, that's exactly what we're trying to do here, and I agree with you 100%. My question is, I really missed Mass this weekend, and I've noticed there's a lot of people out there that are really in search of comfort because there's a lot of people who are scared or uncertain. From your perspective, Father, what comfort might our faith in God have for us at this time?
The comfort our faith in God should have for us now is to know that nothing matters except God, not the material things, but the love of God and love of each other. It is a time. The only thing that can give us comfort now is to share our love and our care beginning with our families, beginning with our neighbors, and then the whole of our parish community. That is where we will concentrate because that is where the love of God is. God is trying to tell us that we have been separated ourselves long ago from each other. So he's giving us an opportunity to have that comfort in one another. So that is what God is asking us, not to be panicking or afraid, but to reignite that love we have for each other. So the parish is there to help.
And I was just actually reading something last night, and it reminded me of something that Jesus said to his disciples. I am with you always. I believe that was in the Gospel according to Matthew.
Yes.
I read that last night, and it was funny because I was looking for some sort of comfort for myself, and I just happened to come across that part of the Bible where he says, I will be with you always. So, and that kind of leads me to my final question, Father. What do you think it is parishioners should be praying for right now, and how can we show, well, maybe we'll just start with that. What should we be praying for right now from God?
We should be praying for reconnection with God. We should be praying for one another. We should be praying for peace. We should be praying for love. Without love, and love, like St. James said, a faith that has no serious action is dead. So we should put our love in action. Being able to reach out, being able to call on phone, being able to ask, how are you doing? In a short while before these things, we are trying as a parish community, we are trying to have what we call telephone tree, to be able to reach out to every parishioner so that they will know that we are in this trying moment together and nobody is forgotten, because God has not forgotten us. God is with us and we should be happy about it. Let nobody have a negative feelings about what is going on.
So even though we're apart, we're still together.
Exactly. Let us be positive about it, that something good is going to come out of this.
I agree. And, the last thing I was going to ask you is, how do we show people we care? But I think we've answered that. It's as simple as reaching out and asking people, how are you?
Exactly. It's not, don't be bored. Don't feel discouraged. Always, this is the time of coming back. I think in the book of Joel, it said, come back. God asks his people to come back to me. Tear your heart. God is calling us to come back to one another, to us. To come back to him. So many things have separated us from God. But now God is, with what is going on, God is saying, I am still there. Just remember the people of Israel, when they were having this kind of trial in the wilderness and along their way to Exodus. God and Moses to lead them out, to give them hope, to give them trust, to bring them back to him.
Okay. Father, I really appreciate you doing this for the parish, and to let everyone in the parish know, we are going to be reaching out on Facebook and online, so that even though we are physically apart, we are spiritually going to be together. So you can expect to hear from Father some more online, and from other members of our parish. This is just the beginning. So Father, thank you very much.
And finally, before I go, Michael, I would like to let the parishioners know that I am praying for them in my private mass every day. They will be assured of that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you, Michael, for having me today.